Live long. All right, be careful because now we're going live.
Okay, I'll shut up. If I could do that, but I'll try. I'll be quiet.
All right,
Yeah,
we are live on a Friday night, and we're not going to be live too long because we want to go help out and send people to watch our good buddy Jake Ward, who's doing his 25-hour long podcast. So, we'll probably just be on here for a little while talking about a few things, and then we'll go help out Jake watching his podcast and commenting and super chatting and liking and trying to get on there so he can make it through the night.
Sounds good.
So anyway, we're here with Josh Berger and Sue Fisher. We were going to talk about, you want me to read off what the rules are in the AAA? They have 24 rules. And this is their rules for competition. So, Benji's in. What's up, Benji? So, yeah, but I was just saying to everybody that we're probably going to not be on all night because we're going to go help Jake Ward stay up all night and support his podcast for his 25-hour podcast night. But all right, ready for me to read the rules that the AAA uses? What's up, MRX? So, number one, competitors are allowed 30 seconds total to arrive at the table. Competitors will receive a call number one, then call number two 15 seconds later. Failure to report will result in a loss. That's one of those rules where it's kind of probably going to be left to the referee's discretion. Free hand must be in contact with the peg at all times. That's pretty much a rule that's in every league. Shoulders must be squared to the table at the start of the match. Same thing. Rule that's pretty much always the same. Competing elbows must be placed on the elbow pad at all times. Same thing. Thumb knuckles must be showing on competing hands before the start of the match. Also, like a lot of these rules are the rules in every league. Referee must be able to pass closed fist between bicep and forearm of competitor before start of the match. 7, competing wrists must be straight before the start of the match. 8, gripped hands must be in the center of the table in line with the pegs. 9, competitors must have both feet on the floor under the table for sit-down competition. Competitors must keep one butt cheek on the seat in a sit-down position. So this is rules for all tournaments, including sit-downs, I guess. Competitors must attempt to equal their opponent's side and or back pressure before start of the match, if possible. A period of 30 seconds will be allowed to grip properly. 30 seconds, we were talking. Possibly that might be too long. We'll have to play with it a little bit. I think personally 15 seconds and then we make a change because 30 seconds, 30 actual seconds is a long time.
Yeah, I agree with 15.
And if you have 250 competitors and you multiply that by 30 seconds, it's going to add up to a couple hours of people trying to grip up. But, again, we can play with that number. And, some of these smaller tournaments that we have coming up, like Antietam, would be perfect to test that out and see how, try 30 seconds, try 15 seconds, whatever. What was the next one? Referee's grip must be administered after 30-second time period has lapsed. No movement will be allowed during or immediately following administration of the referee's grip. Makes sense. Competitors may waive the 30-second time period if both agree starting the match in the referee's grip before 30 seconds has lapsed. That would save some time too if both guys are like ref's grip. And that's something that we can say at the beginning of the tournament, or we can say that, or the refs can remind them of that at the table. Like, you know what I mean? You can skip the fighting for your own grip if you want to go straight to the ref's grip. Audible signal given by referees must be ready, go. I think I like ready, go better than just go. But we can play with that too. But competitors may not intentionally delay the competition. For example, not staying at the table, not attempting to grip up, etc. A 30-second rest period may be permitted after a slip grip or foul upon referee's discretion. Competitors must be stopped if believed to be in a dangerous position at any time during the match. That's probably more for amateurs than pros. Competitors may not use any part of the body to pin their opponent. Not even the phallus. Competitors may not intentionally slip grips, which has been known to happen. Where was I? Straps will be used if the slip of grip occurs within the natural zone of the table. Oh, neutral. They spelled it wrong. Natural. It's neutral zone of the table. Neutral zone is determined by using a clock as a guideline. Inside 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock is the neutral area. Outside of neutral zone may be determined as a loss depending on the hand-arm position. Basically, if you try to slip in a losing position, same thing. Competitors may not intentionally attempt to cause a foul for themselves after the go. For example, picking up your elbow would be a foul, an intentional foul. And 24, competitors may not intentionally attempt to cause a foul for their opponent, for example, shoving their elbow off the pad. So that's the AAA rules, which are pretty similar to what most people do around the whole country, except for the Northeast. Northeast follows some sort of WAL hybrid rules. So for our 98 league, we're going to take the AAA rules and modify them slightly for how we want to do things, and go by a more, not more strict, but a more streamlined set of rules. So that's that. Let's see what everybody's saying. Carolyn Loon's in the house. Levi, world's strangest man. TJ Trout. Josh Berger saying he has connection issues. Yeah, we hadn't noticed. But most of the rules that we've gone over, everyone agrees that we're pretty close to having a final rule set. We just have to have a meeting and vote on it, I guess. Yeah, Robert Kelly says, take the refs out and the crowd yells go. That's a very good suggestion. World's Strangest Man, celery and carrots, hashtags.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so we're probably not going to stay on too long tonight because, as many of you know, Jake Ward is doing his 25-hour podcast. And last year, 98 was very supportive, and we took shifts going on there to help him out to stay up all night when it got slow. So we'll probably do the same thing this year. But other than that, our 98 league, we have our first tournament, the Battle of Antietam, coming up at the beginning of next month. And then we're going to do a tournament up in Allentown. Then we have New Jersey, 98 New Jersey State Championships. And we're going to do some sort of seminar at some point. With who, we haven't decided yet.
Woohoo!
Dave Shell's still alive.
Howdy.
For those of you that are keeping track of his life, he doesn't look healthy, but his doctors assure him that he has a couple more good years in him.
Yep. I'm coming to you tonight from the Motel 6 in Richfield, Ohio, which is halfway between Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Joliet, Illinois, the site of the IFA Nationals.
Dave is in a Motel 6 drinking celery juice, for those of you that are wondering.
So we only have 4 of us here, but we are live streamed, so maybe I should get the live stream going so I can see who else is with us and see what smart ass remarks people are making about me or something like that. Let's see. So I'm going to mute brief.
You came on just to mute, Dave?
No, I'm just trying to avoid having you yell at me when I bring on the
Dave, our audience has become accustomed to you making sounds while you masturbate with the gold bond.
Well, no, but what they're not accustomed to is you yelling at me because I have not turned off my mute, turn mute on before I bring in the YouTube. So let me bring in the YouTube so I know what the audience is up to.
They're talking about you, Dave. They're cheering you on. They want a Dave Shell that is smothered in gold bond. I popped on a bunch of times today on Jake Ward's podcast, just talking in the chat. But I was at work, so I couldn't really go on during the day. But tonight is a different story. So at some point, we will probably merge onto his and see what's going on. Dave, there's a thought.
What thought?
TJ Trout said he pictures in his head gold bond and Scrapple.
And Scrapple?
Have you ever eaten Scrapple while gold bonding?
No, because I'm usually not eating when I'm beating off. I'm not sure about you. Maybe you do both of them at the same time.
Dave,
but,
don't ever say beating off again. That makes it way too real.
Mm-hmm.
I just threw up in my mouth.
You prefer the technical term of masturbation. All right, I got it.
Dave, you're scaring Sue Fisher, Dave. Now she's not going to talk. Now you made it awkward.
We're beside ourselves. Oh my
God.
Or Sue, listen, Sue now
you were the idiot to introduce Scrapple and Gold Bond, not me.
You had to bring it up, Dave, and now Sue's going to go buy Gold Bond at the local general store.
God, I'm up in the mountains. I hope they have it.
So, Sue, do you drink celery juice by chance?
No, I don't. Why?
Oh, the guys in the guys in the side chat were asking.
I drink celery juice.
Yeah, have you ever like put celery in a juicer and drank the celery juice?
No, what does that mean? I'm afraid to even answer
It's
the goddamn question.
like a health, like to drink it for health reasons.
Right.
No, I hate celery actually.
Makes my
You
throat
don't
itch.
hate
It makes my throat itch. But it's good for roping in health.
I don't know. I can't answer anything seriously with you guys because it could be a really complex answer.
We could be setting you up for failure. Oh man.
I took Scrapple to the Granite Arms party last time. I took 11 and below the first two times. I was thinking maybe the upcoming time I'm going to take some Chow Chow. What do you think? They probably haven't had that.
What the fuck is Chow Chow?
You don't know what Chow Chow is?
What the fuck is that, Dave? Dog food?
No, it's that Pennsylvania Dutch, kind of like three bean salad.
I'm not from PA.
Instead of just taking three beans, it has three beans plus cauliflower, pickles, carrots, and all sorts of other stuff. So it's a pickled Pennsylvania German vegetable salad.
That sounds awful.
Celery in it too, not to think about.
That sounds awful, Dave, to be honest.
Well, I'll have to bring some the next two practice next time you come to one, which of course you never do. And you can try it.
I'm a very busy man, Dave.
I reckon.
Besides, when you got these, you don't have to practice, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I have a 2-bedroom. You could have come with me.
That sounds very tempting.
Well, I mean, I could have had, except I probably do have to keep one bed open in tomorrow night in Joliet because I may have Tim Lewis sharing it with me.
I would, Jesus Christ, that's a better option. I would hate to be awakened in the night to you breathing heavy and your breasts heaving with perspiration as you spread Gold Bond over your body.
I'm not breathing heavy. I'm sleeping with a CPAP on my face, so I'm not even snoring. If there's any snoring in the room, it would be you.
You think I would sleep beside you with this machine fucking running?
I don't see why not.
Could we push the beds together?
If you wish, I suppose.
You would do it, Dave?
TJ says shoe fly pie. That might be they do have a dessert table at those things. That might be an idea. Shoe fly pie and also funny cake. Do you know what funny cake is, Ryan?
Funny cake?
Funny cake.
What's funny about it?
Well, no, it's a pie with like a molasses thing. You put it on the top and it sinks through the batter. So by the time the thing bakes, it's on the bottom.
I know what shoe fly pie is.
Shubich. Dave Shell to Tim Lewis is what Tim Lewis is to my little brother.
Shubich, that is correct, buddy.
I'm not, maybe, I don't know. Not really. Maybe
Shubich, I was this close to eating at Longhorn tonight. And then my wife made me go to a different restaurant, Italian, and I didn't get to get a glorious Longhorn steak with a Parmesan crust. And I'm very upset about it. Very sad.
I had a steak with a baked potato. No, a sweet potato with marshmallows.
Oh, yeah? When, tonight?
Yeah, just finished.
That's
great.
That's a sweet dish.
Yes, a very sweet dish. It was good.
Do you eat a lot of pineapple?
No, only sometimes. Pineapple's good for you, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. It is. Good. You don't need it?
Yeah, I do.
What do you eat? What do you eat?
What do I eat?
Yeah.
Bowls of cholesterol.
Oh my
Just,
God.
just cholesterol.
Your
I
wife
don't
does
even.
not like
I don't even eat
that.
the food. I just go cut. I go. I go to the butcher and just get slabs of fat, and I just
You
eat
don't.
that. Tonight I had to have lasagna
That's good.
instead of a nice steak.
Oh, I
Ugh,
had steak. It's okay. More you have steak.
yeah, yeah. I'll eat it tomorrow
You-
night.
Yeah, it's good.
I let the wife
Maybe
pick the restaurant tonight.
that's nice.
Radkowski said, "Hey, David, I'm not sure, we got two Davids on the chat, but only one here. I'm not sure if he means me or whatever. But if you mean me, hey back and good luck. Now that you're not pulling Hunter, I suppose I had to be neutral on that one, but now that Hunter is injured and you're pulling somebody else, I'll root for you.
That's nice of you, Dave.
Yeah.
So, Dave, before you got on here, we read the AAA rules, and there's only a couple of them that we might modify for the 98 rules. Like the 30-second grip, we may shorten that amount of time. And then we may have some sub rules as far as what constitutes a foul. You know what I mean? Like if it's a little hop and it doesn't give it an advantage, we may be more lenient than someone coming completely off the pad. You know what I mean?
All I heard from the few people who were left for at Predator is they absolutely do not like running fouls. They absolutely do not like all the crap that we were doing with the whatever it's called, the Keystone rules. And specifically, and Andrei said actually 30 seconds isn't bad if you stick to 30 seconds. Except when you say there's 30 seconds to get your grip, 30 seconds basically means a minute with most referees.
Well, that and 30 seconds is a long time if you give an actual 30 seconds.
Mhm.
If you're like 1,000,
Yeah.
2 1,000, 3 1,000, that's a long time. So possibly we might shorten that time. I don't know for sure yet, but it's a thought. And then, we're going to have a vote on these rules, and then we're just going to write them down and try out these modified rules and see how it goes. If we don't like how it goes at the first tournament that we try them at, we can always modify a couple things, but we got to start somewhere. So we'll start there, and then we'll, Mike Mignonia will train our refs, do some seminars with them so that all of our refs are on the same page. And we can have any refs that want to ref in our league do a seminar with Mike to get certified, as we could say, to ref in the 98. That way we make sure everybody's doing things consistently and such.
And if you need somebody to sponsor some of our refs going to the ophthalmologist, I can probably throw some money on that. Not that I'm suggesting some of our refs are blind, but
I mean, we could try to get them some 98 glasses, but I mean, rule number 32 in the AAA rules is that we won't have Nitro as a ref. So,
Oh my God.
well, only if Sue's okay with that. She's like, no comment. Sue's like, no comment. You're not dragging me into this.
And now that I finally understand,
that's okay. Nitro doesn't have internet. He can't watch this podcast anyway.
That's true.
Now that I finally understand what Shubich is asking me, I have the foggiest idea because I don't know anything about either of them. They're Broccoli, or I can't even pronounce the second one, for God's sakes.
Dave, I thought you were into arm wrestling.
Kidrigali. I'm into arm wrestling, the people I know, the international folks, to be perfectly honest with you, unless it's somebody I know going over there that I root for them, whether it's Paul or, whoever, folks over there, whatever. Nope.
Well, understandable.
Jerry Jones dressing as a blind referee for Halloween. Probably went over well. But Carol, go with the bunny hops. I'm not sure if we want to call them bunny hops, but your point is well taken.
Dave, there was a practice you were going to go to possibly tonight, right?
Today?
Yeah.
No, I was going to stop by in Oil City, but unfortunately, my car decided to blow out a tire on the northeast extension of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So I skipped that. Otherwise, I would not have been able to join you until the middle of the night, since I was somewhat delayed. So I'll go see those folks on Tuesday on my way home.
Gotcha. Makes perfect sense, Dave.
Nope, I'm going to get to tomorrow is just the opens at the IFA. I'm going to get there. They start at 11 in the morning. I'm going to try to get there fairly early in the afternoon, so I don't miss too much. It's about 5 hours away. I'd have to look that up. And then on Sunday is all the master's classes. Let's see.
Yeah.
How far is Joliet from here? It's about 5 hours something.
Well, hopefully some of these guys will come to our tournament. So if you're out there and you're in the area, our tournament down in Maryland, Battle of Antietam, we have a Facebook page. Go check it out. If you can make it, that'd be great. Come check it out. It's our first 98 league tournament where these results will go towards our ranking. And we're going to have a whole ranking just within the 98. But we are also going to submit our results to Corey Miller so that they can add them to their standings. So you'll actually be, you'll be contributing to 98, but you'll also, get your ranking submitted to the bigger picture, which is the future of arm wrestling. And Corey, he was giving away a couple free versions of their bracketing software, and it went out to a few people, and then somebody sponsored us to get it, which was really cool and kind of random. So we got it for free. So we are going to start using it and submit all of our results to Corey and Frank and those guys that are doing big things for the sport. So thank you to them and thank you to everybody. I think we'll be able to do a lot more by joining everybody that's using this software. And I mean, we always submit our results for our tournaments to them anyway, but now we're going to have our own 98 rankings and learn this software so that we can be consistent and streamline our tournaments a little better. But Zach Perkins and Grip Arm Sports are the ones who basically sponsored us getting it, so thank you to them. So if you guys see them around, thank them for getting it for us, and it's pretty cool. All right, is this it's the same format they have? It's the same. Our 98 rankings are going to be actual rankings. We're not going to do a point system because they're already doing that. So everybody that comes to our tournament will be in that point system anyway, because we're going to submit the results. But for 98, it's going to be an actual rankings where, you know, if you beat so and so, you're above him. You know, just real easy, real simple. That's what we're gonna do for the 98 league, and just see where people are at after a couple tournaments. So this is the first one, then probably one in Allentown, then New Jersey. We have a few more kind of planned, but we haven't released that information yet because for some reason, whenever we leave, we give some information out in advance. It gets back to people, and then all of a sudden, people are doing things that we wanted to do. So we're keeping a lot of things and ideas closer to the chest now, so that our ideas don't get stolen. We're being more careful of what we say in public, but we have a lot planned for this year and next year. So hopefully, people will appreciate all the hard work that all of our 98% crew are doing. There's a lot of behind the scenes things going on. There's a lot of parts to the machine that are working. So, but we appreciate the support everyone's giving us, like all the people in the chat right now that come and watch our podcast every week, or do super chats, or spread the word, or share our links. Thank you, because without you guys, we would have no reason to do this. You know, all the arm wrestlers that show up to our tournaments, that's who we do it for, and we have fun doing it. So hopefully we can keep doing this, and we keep having success in our tournaments like we have with Winter Blast and the Protest Series tournaments. So now we're on to the Battle Series, and Battle Series, the first one is Antietam, and we may have a couple more that we're battles in one war or another, and that'll be this year's series, is the Battle Series. Just like the first year we did it, we had the Protest Series. So the Protest Series, I don't know if you were all around back then, but we did Protest Series so that when we did a tournament in Philadelphia, if they showed up to shut us down during COVID, we would simply tell them that it was a protest, and then there was nothing they could really do about it. So
Yeah,
that's that.
we've been clever and sneaky from the very beginning.
You have to be these days, Dave. Everybody's out to get you. Look, David Mars in the house, 98 for life. I have to be 98 for life, because once you tattoo it on your body, you're kind of committed, you know? Dave, when are you getting a 98 tattoo?
Never.
Is anybody else out there going to get a 98 tattoo, or is it just going to be me?
You're unique in many ways. I mean, you're probably relatively few people with Unabomber.
Not many people. Yeah, but this is my explosive hand. So it makes sense to have the Unabomber on your explosive hand, Dave. Jesus.
Not many people have a tattoo in their ear either. Not on their ear, in their ear.
Dave, you could have a tattoo. Small one, a little tiny 98.
Nope.
The best part when I'm like gripping up is going like that and they see the FTG right there. Fuck that guy. David, who's this? Shubich? Who knows? We never know. It might be David Marr.
The famous David Marr again. Since he had so much fun last week.
Gosberger wants a 98 Zagan tattoo. Shubich, do you believe that I got gypped out of a steak tonight?
I don't believe that you've allowed that to happen.
Well, you guys will see in the newspaper tomorrow. Jen's dead.
Yeah, I don't understand why she has that much swing over where you eat.
Yeah. It's hard. I was like outnumbered because it was Jen and Everly. So.
Oh man, I don't think I'm ready for those compromises. So
dude,
stay.
And we went into the Longhorn parking lot and parked. And then she was like, oh, like kind of acting like, passive aggressive, where she's like, I guess I'll eat here, you know? And
Right.
I was like, look, we don't have to. And then she's like, oh, I'd rather go to Bertucci's. And I'm like, okay. So we go to Bertucci's, and I'm like, just looking at Longhorn right across the street. Like, I was that close to getting my Parmesan encrusted steak.
Mm.
And instead I had to have lasagna, which it was good, but it's not a Parmesan encrusted steak.
It's not her. Yeah. Dave, have
What
you
it was-
tried it yet?
Dave, have you tried the Longhorn Parmesan encrusted steak yet, Dave?
I have not.
Are you going to?
Oh, yeah, I just haven't gotten it yet.
We're going to need you to eat it live on the show, please.
Oh, I don't know if I'll promise that, but
Why, do you have weird eating habits?
do I have a weird eating habit? You were just one that was talking about, beating off while eating.
I don't do that. I wondered
I
if
just-
you did.
I missed a lot in that 1 minute I spent setting up.
Dave drinks down his Parmesan
Wait,
encrusted steaks
Ryan.
with celery juice.
Have you ever had Parmesan encrusted steak, or was it semen the whole time?
Oh, no, I've had it. Both are equally salty.
Tomorrow we'll jump on in a bit about to eat some dinner. Eat late like the wealthy people do.
Oh, nice. David Marr will join us. He's a man, buddy.
Yeah, TJ, tax season is done for me because I told the late people that you have to get it to me by Wednesday at the absolute positively latest, and they did, and I delivered 2 yesterday. And so if
Wow.
anyone wants it, they're gonna have to find somebody else. Because
Dave, you're going to find this hard to believe, but all day today I had people messaging me wondering if you were done doing taxes.
yeah, well,
And I
I'm
told
just
them,
answering.
you're going to have to find out tonight on the podcast when Dave tells everybody
I'm answering.
that he's
I'm
done
answering-
doing
I'm answering
taxes.
TJ. I'm answering TJ, not you.
I just can't believe that everybody wanted to know
Well,
that you were
TJ
done,
did.
that you were done
TJ
doing
is very-
taxes.
TJ is a very important person in our organization. I was telling him, I don't give a shit if anybody else wants to know or not.
TJ is a more important member of the 98 than you are, Dave.
Yeah, that's why I answered him.
I'm teasing. Everybody is equally as important. Except for Robin Chandler.
All right, let's see.
What was I trying to do? Now you guys threw me off.
Oh, you were trying to go over the next East
You're
versus
too
West
young
card
for that.
and talk about the matchups.
Oh, that's what I was hoping you would do, David.
Let me see. Let's see what the matchups are. Well, what about that one that we just talked about just earlier? The Kidragali Ungarbayev versus Irakli Zirakashvili.
Oh man. That's when we I'm interested in that match.
Who would you
I
be
don't know
rooting
who's gonna
for?
win that.
Is there a guy that you like?
I don't know if I'd be rooting for one over the other, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's a tough one for me to judge, like who would win that one.
Yeah. Because they both beaten John, for
yeah.
example, and they're always
And I don't
great tournament
I don't
players.
necessarily like one over the other. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're both, I like them both equally. So it's not like
Mhm.
there's one I'm like, fuck that guy. I hope he wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of tough for me to pick one between those two.
Mhm. All right. For me, it's advantage Kidragali because he's maintained hand control
Yeah.
every time he's beaten someone
Right.
recently. And
Right.
he beat Michael Todd. He beat John. Granted,
Yeah.
so did Irakli.
Yeah, if he gets
In a
pinned, they're
different manner.
taking his whole arm.
And I just, like I already said in the comments, I like Kid Regali's demeanor. He's just a quiet guy, a little unassuming what he can do. He's just a killer on the table with the results that he gets. Irakli's cool, but he's running a lot of juice, and I just want to see the guy with less or no juice take the W there. Like on a podcast recently, Larry was talking about Levon. Like he didn't say Levon's name, but he said, yeah, the top arm wrestler in the world. Like you'll be surprised as like a drug user that like how much he stuff actually runs. And then there's Irakli, his training buddy that went up from like the 85 kilo weight class up to where he's at now, like 110 or so.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's running hot with like all the lifts he's doing and shit. The way his nose is growing from the growth hormone, all the wild stuff going on. Like, not that I disrespect using athletes, but I would just rather see a guy come out on top that's in the same weight class, but natural, or maybe more natural than the other guy.
Yeah. Who's Brandon Elsesser pulling?
He's pulling, I believe, David Samushia.
Oh, I
The
hope
guy
he
that-
wins. I hope that guy wins.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the guy that Paul Lynn pulled first at his first East versus West event.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
you think
David
Brandon
Samushia.
can beat him?
I don't know. I like Brandon. It'd be cool for him to show out for the Northeast and for the West in general. It's hard to say because David saw what it's like pulling against Paul Lynn when he
Yeah.
came out, and he doesn't want to be embarrassed like that in the East again.
Right.
Can you imagine the amount of teasing he got from the Georgian team for losing to an American guy?
Yeah,
Probably a
but
lot.
Paul Lynn is a fucking monster.
Yeah, Paul Lynn is.
But
And then, like-
if he loses to Brandon,
And Elsesser has the history of having a green mohawk. You know how
they're
stupid
going
it'd
to be like,
to
you
lose
lost
to
a
guy that
mohawk
had a
head?
green mohawk.
Yeah.
That's a little wild. Shit. And I think he's coming down in weight for David. Like, what is he trying to get down to? Like 200 or something? Or even less?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
And Elsesser, he's not like a stranger to weight cuts. He's been weight cutting ever since I knew him. Like 2017, there was a tournament in, where was it? Syracuse, a Rockwell championship. And he just like the day before or night of the tournament cut like 10 or 20 pounds. And he's
Yeah.
been doing that only all the time. So I don't think that's going to affect him too much.
Yeah.
And shit. So it's a long-winded answer. I'm going to say that.
You know what? Keep
I wanna
talking.
see-
I got to
I
get
wanna
some
see
water,
Brandon win.
but I can still hear you.
Yeah, I want to see Brandon win it only on the basis that David, he misspells his name when he spells it in Russian. I mean, in American, because he spells it with a T instead of a D, and I can't stand for that. Let's see what the comments are saying. Irakli's tight pants are equal to Dave's short shorts. You might see those tomorrow, Dave. Especially if tomorrow is as hot as the past 2 days were in New York. We've had like 85-degree weather. Dumb, blazing hot.
Well, unfortunately, I will miss it because I won't be there, but, I'm sure somebody will take pictures.
Yeah, I might post them up on the Instagram.
I think we need to zoom in on those books that are behind you to see what subversive literature you're watching or reading.
I'm back. I can hear
Oh, the
everything.
literature? Oh no, these are all like different translations of the Bible, for example.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's mostly it. Just some Russian literature.
Russian literature.
Yeah. Just a
I
lot of
can't-
like propaganda, you know.
I can't read that stuff.
What I'd like to know is whether that whack job from the Massachusetts Guard named Texera that Busted all those secret sluices related to our Tex era. Spelled the same way.
Tech, Dave, what was that about? Texera?
I said the guy that was found out for revealing all those the stuff about Ukraine and so forth, all the military secrets. His name is Texera,
Uh,
which is distantly related to our Texera.
Well, he's a gentleman and a scholar.
Mhm.
did that come out today or something? I missed the whole news on that.
Well, it just came out within the last 24 hours. Well, 48 hours. They found out who it was.
Was
Yeah,
that something to do with
so
the
I think
Pentagon? I just saw some kind of headline before I got on here, but didn't
Yeah,
take a look at it.
yeah, some 21-year-old that wanted to be thought a hero on social media. Except he was so damn stupid, he got caught almost instantly. But oh well.
What do you guys think about Dave Chafee versus Ravaz?
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
Ravaz versus Dave Chafee?
Obviously, I'm hoping Dave Chafee wins that.
Yeah.
Will he? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to say.
Who's Ravaz
Yeah.
pulled besides Morozov? Oh,
Yeah,
he
me.
also pulled who's that guy you guys just had fly out to Winter Blast? Derek Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dave takes that one.
He's on Jake Ward's podcast right now.
Derek?
Yeah.
Why isn't he on here? You guys have more of a
Because-
relationship. That's kind of weird.
Well,
what's Jake Ward doing
everyone's
at
trying to
98%
help
night?
Jake Ward. Jake Ward needs help on his 25-hour podcast.
Oh, that's today. That's right. That's
so
cool.
everybody's hopping on to say hello and such.
I don't know who that is.
Hoping this holds up. My internet's been sucking out here.
You know what else sucks?
Give it one more shot, but I already think it's failing.
Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the arm wrestling talk down.
You're ruining the podcast.
It is.
Not really.
Momentum here.
Not really. You're the topic. Oh, Ryan Blue Bowen is on his thing right now.
Who's that?
We got Steve Pettis, Uncle John, Joe Nelson, Derek Smith, Marius Gate, and Ryan Blue Bowen. See, I don't want to go on while he has too many people on because he doesn't need backup while he has a bunch of people on there.
He's got it.
He can handle it.
when did it start?
This morning. He's already in the 9 to 18 hour range because you can only go so far with one feed. So he has to stop and start again. So he's in the 9 to 18. So today at
What's
work,
Colin Schroeder eating today?
sausage.
And he's doing that
It's always sausage.
every Friday night.
Every Friday night, sausage. Extra girthy. Today at work, I walked into this guy's office and he's watching arm wrestling videos.
What a freak.
So I was like, what are you into arm wrestling? That's weird. And he was like, oh, dude, I love it. Like, I've been watching it for a long time. He's like, I used to arm wrestle in high school and stuff. And he said, and he's like, well, he's like an older guy now. And he's like, oh, and then I started talking to him, and he's like, oh, I love Devin Larrett and John Brezink. And then I showed him pictures of me with them, and he was like, how do you know them? What's going on? And then I told him about 98 and all this, dude, and he just like fucking fanboyed out.
Yeah.
Like just fucking started asking questions, wanted me to grip up with him. And he's like, when I do this, what's this? And I was like, you're trying to top roll. And then he's like, how about this? And I'm like, you're trying to hook. And he was like, okay, and what's this and that? And I'm like, you're doing back pressure, this and that. And like, he's like, how do you stop this? And he's asking me all these questions. And I'm like, dude, you should go to a practice or something. Like, you still got the itch in you for some reason.
Right. Would Dave Shell
So-
beat him?
This was somebody
But it was
here.
pretty funny to see it,
This is somebody here today or in California?
No, this was here today.
Yeah,
This
And-
happened today.
well, get him to something.
Would Dave
Yeah.
Shell be able to beat him?
I don't know, dude. The guy was pretty strong, actually.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but Dave's
And
pretty strong.
back in the day, I guess he did compete somewhere.
I don't believe that for a second. Because he doesn't know what a top roll or a hook is. He's definitely lying to you.
What's his name?
Schmo wants to know if, he says all he sees is Parmesan crusted chicken. You are correct. That is all is on the menu. It is the same place. but
You have to ask.
Ask for it and they will do it.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
every
beg for it.
location. Not every location has it. Some have it as an add-on and it's listed, but not every location has it listed. But if you ask for it, they will gladly put it on your steak. And I suggest that you get the biggest steak they have, which happens to be called the Longhorn. Just go for the big one.
Yeah, Schmo, go for it. Same place.
Same place, Schmo. And Schmo, you should come on and eat it live. Or at least report back to us with your findings. I could really go for a steak right now, but
Yeah.
pretty upset about not getting one today. Sorry, tomorrow night I pick one.
I made some chicken today.
Yeah?
Put it on my story.
Any celery?
No, I missed that. I gotta add that in. Oh,
It's not ropey then.
it's not ropey. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, is that the chicken you made?
That was the chicken I made, man.
What's that with it? Rice?
No, it was the noodles.
I couldn't see it close enough.
Okay.
Let me see again.
There you go, Dad.
Oh yeah, I see the noodles now.
Oh,
What kind of noodle? What is that? Ramen noodles?
dude, yes, it is. I got the cup
Dude,
of
you made
ramen.
it. You made them look better though than ramen.
Yeah, I just slapped them on, man. Then just put
Yeah.
the chicken on top. I custom made the chicken, but then the ramen just run the mill ramen from a cup.
Dude, ramen goes with anything.
It does.
I'll tell
I
you,
got
dude. When I
scuba
was
broth after.
in jail, dude, some ramen and cheese, and we used to make some big batches of food. Everybody would chip in. Have a feast night. Friday feast night, dude.
Did people make pasta?
Oh yeah.
I hear some really cool stories from jail. It seems like a place to be. Like, you got to tick that off on your bucket list.
You should try to fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
Just do something that only lands you in there for like 6 months or 3 weeks. Do it. You know what? 3 months. Do it during your summer vacation from school.
True. Would it be legal for me to say if I'm going to be on a jury summons or not? Is that legal to talk about?
You could talk about it.
Oh,
I've
well,
been
yeah, I
summoned to
just got a
jury,
letter in the
dude.
mail today.
That sucks, bro. The time I got summoned, 2 cases. The first one was a child molestation case, and they actually bust the
Did you beat
whole
it?
jury.
Oh,
They bust all of us to the house where it happened. And dude, the whole jury was ready to send this guy to prison for his whole life, except for me, because
it was
what? No, there was a little girl
you.
involved.
That wouldn't make sense.
There was a little girl involved, but what she was saying made zero sense. And the mother was really pushing, like,
Yeah.
he molested my daughter, and this poor guy had no prior fucking anything of molestation or anything wrong doing with kids. And what happened was he was staying with them. He was a family friend. And every time he'd be in the shower, they didn't have a lock on it. She would run in there and like open the curtain and laugh and run out. And the reason that I said that I believed him was my girlfriend at the time had a 3-year-old daughter, and she would do the same thing to me.
Mhm.
Just run, like randomly run in the shower, just open the curtain, thinking it was like the funniest thing on earth. And I was like, I'm not ready without more facts to send this poor guy to prison for fucking 3 to 5 years on the word of a 5-year-old when they're all admitting that she opened the curtain. But what they're saying is when she opened the curtain that he like was like, oh, you want to touch this? And but like made up this whole fucking story. And I'm like, the mom was in the kitchen when it happened. I'm like, how would she have heard upstairs on the second floor this guy saying, hey, you want to peel
the shower running?
Yeah, saying you want to peel this banana. She said she heard him say, you want to peel this banana? And I'm like, dude, this just doesn't make sense. And then slowly the entire jury started to switch their thoughts. And they found the guy not guilty eventually. However, they did say that we recommended that he go to counseling just to follow up, just to make sure that he's not a pedophile, you know?
You're a regular Henry Fonda.
Then the second one was a murder. And I said some ridiculous things to get out of it. Like, yeah, I can't do this when I'm racist. I got to go. You know, like, they were like, okay, not him.
So, like, what all goes into it? Like, we're just gone for like 8 hours a day, or like, what's going on?
Dude, you show up, right? You
Yeah.
listen to some testimony and stuff like that. And then you go, when you go deliberate, oh, you get lunch. They give you a free lunch too.
Oh, sweet.
Like they order sandwiches or something, or something from local. I mean, it's not that bad, dude. It's actually kind of a cool process to see how it works.
I kind of
But it makes you think like, man, do I fucking never want to have something left to a jury? Because you get some fucking retards in there. Like you always get some idiot that's like, I know he did it. I can just feel it. And then you got fucking Karen over here that's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, like everybody's arguing, dude. Nobody wants to fucking agree. Like, it's like, dude, trying to get everybody on the same page is like it can take hours to get these retards to fucking wake up.
Hey, when speaking as a historian, when trial by jury was first proposed, that's exactly why a lot of people said, bullshit. They want to stick with trial by ordeal or trial by combat because God decided that. It's like, wait a minute, you want these 12 assholes that I know to judge me? I don't think so.
Dave, have you ever had to serve on a jury?
I was called once and sat there for the whole day waiting, but then they settled the case. So no, I've never. And that's what's really weird because I think it'd be interesting once and twice, but no, I mean, people that absolutely hate it keep getting called.
Well, it is now that I've done it, it's not fun. But before I did it, I was interested in seeing the process. And I'm glad I did it, but the cases were kind of weird fucking cases. So if it had been something simple, like did this guy steal this or not, like fine. But a weird child molestation case was weird. And then them busing us there to see the house, which I'm glad they did, because that's what really made me realize, like, this fucking mom did not hear this guy fucking say, do you want to peel this banana in the second floor fucking bathroom from the kitchen on the first fucking floor.
No, the closest I've come to that, I get asked quite frequently to chair a hearing for the fraternity when somebody gets expelled and they appeal the expulsion. Then we have to listen to both sides and, make up our mind who's full of shit and who isn't. But
yeah, I mean, the guy looked like a pedophile. Don't get me wrong. He looked like he could be a pedophile, but the fact, you got to go by the facts. You can't just be like, this guy looks like a pedophile. He's guilty. Otherwise, I'd be fucking in jail.
I was
So-
thinking the same thing, but I was polite and didn't say it.
Especially when I put on my pedophile glasses. Now, you can't just base it off like you have to have facts. And these people were like, I just know he's guilty. And it's like, dude, you can't just know he's guilty. There has to be fucking proof of what he did. And
Yeah.
at no point did he touch this girl.
So what, Schmo,
So-
Schmo said he got booted both times, got called. Yeah, I don't know.
All you got to do is say like you're racist, or you say, hey, like I could have stood up and said, hey, I was molested as a kid. And they're going to be like, nope. You know what I mean?
Or you very innocently ask them about jury nullification. They will go running in the other direction so fucking fast.
Yeah, you just got to say whatever that you don't want to be on there, and they're not going to force you unless fucking there's something about you or your history that makes you a good candidate, because the one side might say no, but the other side could fucking be like, no, we definitely want that guy, you know? And then it's going to be left up to the
I
judge.
don't think I mind, petty jury, like a trial jury, but the people I really got is my grand, and they
You're breaking up, David.
Philadelphia from Allentown like once a week for a year and a half. That's a real pain in the balls.
Shell, you're breaking up. Hey, Manolo has a good suggestion. Trial by
Yeah.
arm wrestling.
Yeah, Dave, your internet.
Yeah, you're
is not
frozen at the
holding up
moment.
right
No, Dave, you're frozen.
now. You're frozen. You're all good now.
Hang on. I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my cell phone. That's probably better than the stupid signal here at the motel.
It's perfect
thought-
right now.
I thought you were going to pull out your flesh antenna. Anyway, should we end this and go support Jake Ward's podcast?
Why ours is better? I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Should we go troll his chat, his side chat?
that's a better way of phrasing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we troll it enough, he'll be like, Ryan, I'm just going to let you on the podcast so you stop doing what you're doing.
I'm done.
All right. Well, anyway, sorry to cut this short, but we want to go support Jake Ward, the Aussie arm wrestler, and his podcast. So I don't want to
We've
keep
had
this
college
going
children
too
try
long.
Sausage for no reason.
Yeah, call in. We're gonna have to start telling him in advance what he has to eat, and he said he will do it. So,
And what time he has to come on, because usually he gets here after his dates. And that could.
do we
fit.
want to do Italian sausage that he has to put in his mouth, or like Polish sausage? We got to decide.
What's your background?
Canadian sausage. You want Canadian? It would be like fucking Canadian cheese, or fucking like curd cheese, or French fries and gravy, like a poutine or something.
Yeah, well, did you? In fact, did you see the comment on the Predator chat when somebody asked what poutine was?
Yeah,
I told him, he said, "Yeah, that's exactly what I think about Canadians."
poutine is delicious, dude.
Hmm.
I don't know what you think, Dave.
I've
Have
never
you ever-
tried.
You've never tried it?
No, never had it.
Dude, it's basically just French fries with a special poutine gravy
Hmm.
and curd cheese. But it's fucking delicious. Let me tell you. Okay? I'm not
Yeah.
going to say it again.
Well, I should probably check out that poutine place that somebody suggested on the south side of Bethlehem as a possible site, just to see what it looks like and check out the food.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to end this, and we're going to go over and help out Jake Ward.
Alrighty.
Thanks, everyone.
I love you.
Bye.
Love
Love you. Love you all.